by popular demand, we are actually going to play the game that we started in the car 2 episodes ago in Come Fly With Me. We wrote a bunch of topics on a little note. We're gonna pick a note and give our opinion on those topics. Money is not a goal. Money is an instrument. And I think a lot of people have made it a goal and they're just chasing money. You need to make sure that you get it one way or another, but it shouldn't have to be your main purpose. There is physical pain and there is emotional pain.
Yeah,
everybody knows that emotional pain is the worst. And when I have physical pain, I do this thing where I try to analyze what is the pain, what am I feeling, and I try to analyze what is happening in my brain of how I'm receiving the pain. And usually when I focus on that really, really, really hard, it disappears a little bit. I think looking good is also a form of respect to your surroundings. That doesn't mean being pretty, it just means that you take care of yourself.
I don't really believe in Jurassic Park. I think it's just a movie and they make you want to believe it's actually there.
It's a real place.
Is it?
Yeah, but the movie is not. The movie is not real. Huh?
The movie is not real.
No, but the park is real. My biggest obsession with time is that the older you get, the faster it goes. And I've read a few articles about how to make time slow down. And apparently your perception of time is to do with the variety of memory that you have. The less variety of memory you have, the more likely your brain is to categorize things together as being the same mush. Let's say you're doing the same commute every day. You don't remember every single commute. You remember commuting as a mush, which makes it seem less significant in your life, makes it shorter, and therefore speeds up your perception of time, which is terrible because it makes your life seem shorter. So I think the key to manipulate time is to instill variety.
Okay, time to move on to the next. One day I would love to lose my virginity.
Don't we all?
People are talking about it all the time. You find it on the internet, on television.
Is it on the internet?
I think it is. Sex, I don't know. No experience whatsoever.
I have no idea. I love women. Wow, I have nothing to say about women, but I have so much to say about women. Entire books, sculptures, paintings have been made about women, usually by men.
I like him.
I think they're amazing. Home is a very, very touchy subject for me because I have one obviously where my family is, but I also have a home where I live and work in Honduras. And I feel like when you're an expat, you're never really home. You're always wherever you are, your mind is always half elsewhere, which I find really, really hard. I find having a split home one of the most enriching, but also one of the most painful things in my personal existence.
Excellent. I think in many ways a smartphone is a very dumb thing that really takes away freedom also.
I don't think so.
You don't agree?
No,
right?
I think it creates freedom. I think it detaches you from a physical space.
I think mostly it takes you out of time and space. You're not in the conversation, you're all the time in another time.
But that's addiction. That's addiction. I think that's just a generation learning to work with the tool. That is a very new tool.
Work.
Just like money, work can be a tool or it can be a goal. A lot of people, they want to have it as a tool, but they use it as a goal, which means they dedicate their entire life to working for somebody else or working in a job they don't like. That's complete and utter bullshit. If you have to work, which most of us have to in order to make money, which is a tool, then you should have a job you like. Finding a job you like is really, really hard. You can always become self-employed like him.
I think work is overrated. I mean, people spend way too much time on it. And I think that's a fault, that's a mistake, that's an error, and it can be done otherwise, I think. Obviously, we have to work. Most of us don't really like what we do, and that's
That's a big problem.
Yeah.
Work is modern slavery in 90% of the cases, guaranteed. It's a hoax. Do I have an opinion about animals? That's really hard to have an opinion about. My favorite animal is a raccoon.
Not elks?
Elks are cool, but raccoons are better. But a lot of people have a lot of really, really stupid ideas. I can tell you that. There's a lot of really shitty ideas out there. But there's also a lot of amazing ideas. In fact, the biggest reason that free education for everybody should be a thing is because if you don't have free education, then people with great ideas don't get to execute them because they don't have the environment, they can't afford the environment in which ideas become reality. Feelings. Feelings.
Do you have any feelings, Nick?
Yeah, a few, but they're all mixed up.
Do you know what feelings are? It's emotions.
Yeah. No, I have nothing to say about feelings.
Okay, moving on then.
Everybody's gonna have implants. Everybody's gonna be implants. People aren't gonna exist anymore. There is something called the technological singularity, you should look it up, where our consciousness is gonna be uploaded into machines. We're gonna live in machines, therefore live forever, and detached from time and space. I think it's a hyper scary thought because I really like my human form. I think it's possible by then. What do you think? You didn't expect that answer, did you?
I have no fear. Do you have fear of death?
No, I have no fear of death whatsoever because I have done a lot of things already. I'm kind of tired sometimes.
Already?
Yeah, a little bit. So I'm not really, no, I'm not scared to die. But I don't want to die. The meaning of life.
Shoes!
I have nothing to say about shoes.